Okay, so today we are going to be learning how to find the volume of prisms. Now, a prism has all of the angles equal to 90 degrees, which is a right angle. So make sure that you are sure that it's a prism before you do my formula. Now, volume is the amount of space inside a three-dimensional figure. So area was the base of an object, and that is length times width. However, volume is length times width times height. That equals volume. Sometimes you'll see it like this. Length times width times height equals volume. Now, if we look at this figure here, we can see that they are using cubic units. Now, instead of just adding up each of these individually, because sometimes you can't always do that, we are going to find the base of it first, which is length times width. So I have 1, 2, 3 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, you can't really see here. If I were to tip it up, you could see that there are 2 layers. So I'm going to multiply that by 2. So 3 times 5 is 15 times 2 equals 30 cubic units. Now, just to show you, we have the base, which was 1, 2, 3 times 5, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, that equals 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And I had 2 whole layers. So that's why it's 15 times 2, which equals 30 cubic units altogether. Now, we're going to skip ahead to our independent practice, where we are going to find the volume of these figures. On number 3 here, it shows us that we are going to find the volume of this figure that has 3 inches by 2 inches by 4 inches. So we're going to do 3 times 2 times 4. Well, 3 times 2 is 6 times 4 is 24. Now I can't leave that blank. I need to label it. We can see that they were using inches here. And because it's not just the base of an object, it's the volume, I need to make sure that that is cubed, showing that it's a 3-dimensional figure. It's not just 2D. Let's go ahead and do number 4 over here. Now we have 26 times 12 times 3. So 26 times 12 times 3. Well, I know that 12 times 3 is 36, because when I multiply it, 3 times 2 is 6, 3 times 1 is 3. Now I've kind of simplified that. Now I can multiply it together with the 26. So 36 times 26. 6 times 6 is 36. 6 times 3 is 18, plus 3 is 21. Then I put a 0 here. 2 times 6 is 12. 2 times 3 is 6, plus 1 is 7. I add that together and I get 6, 3, and 9. So I have 936. I'm going to go back to my problem right over here, and I'm going to see what we're using. You can see that we're using centimeters. So I'm going to write 936 centimeters cubed, because it is a 3-dimensional figure. Volume is 3D. So let's go ahead and do one more problem. We can see on number 5, they're having us find the volume of a cube. So that means that they're all the same. So I'm going to multiply 11 times 11 times 11, which is 11 cubed. So 11 cubed is equal to 11 times 11 times 11. I'm still going to have to do this step by step. So I'm going to start with the first 2. I'm going to figure out what 11 times 11 is. Now you can use your multiplication chart, but I would say that's better practice to figure it out here. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 1 is 1. Then I put a 0 and I go to the next one. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 1 is 1. So it's crucial that you are going through all the steps of multiplication and that you are lining up your numbers. 1 plus 0 is 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. 1 plus 0 is 1. So now I've kind of simplified these here. Now I'm going to multiply it again by 11. So 121 times 11. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 1 is 1. Then I put the 0. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 1 is 1. Now I'm going to add. And I get 1, 3, 3, and 1. So 1,331. I'm going to check this again. Inches. Inches cubed, because it's volume. If you have any questions, go ahead and watch this over again. And don't forget, length times width times height equals volume. Double check your answers.